My God, that's the exact same scenery presented to me, but this one is in Peru, in Cuzco. How? Wow. So I'm correct. It's a structure. They, for some reason, they just put it there. They make it like that. Well, look, faces. They look like faces, but really it's really hands. Look, this is a finger with a claw at the end. Look, right there, all of that. I mean, it's exactly like the one I just posted yesterday. Wow. I'm looking right now at the Discovery Channel. And they're talking about extraterrestrial mummies. This is in Spanish. Look at the sky. It's exactly like the one I just posted. Wow. Look, they got the eyes, and they look, the eye. The other eye, the huge face. Look at that. But really, it's hands. That's what people don't get it. People see, oh, there's a pair of eyes, or 7 eyes. Yeah, they look like that. And probably it's meant to look like that, but really, it's hands. I see the hand holding the same freaking thing, the cylinder. Well, the hand has claws at the end. They have claws like a reptile. The reptilian-related deal. So, that means something took over, and it was a reptilian-related thing. I mean, their face is there every freaking where, if you put it that way. If you want to see faces, they're pairs of eyes. But when you really analyze the thing, enlarge and get closer, then you realize that those are really hands. And I'm not gonna do no drawing, the hell with that. I use my own hand, look, right here. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, the thumb, like that. It's a hand like this, holding the cylinder thing, boom. But that hand this is geometrical to the highest level you could ever imagine. There is no architect or painter in this world that can do that kind of geometry. None. I've never seen anything like it. And I find this on the moon, on planets, every moon and planet in the entire solar system. I find it in the surface. This, look, this is a hand, but with a reptile claw at the end, look, like that. See how it's like the talon of an eagle or a reptile. Wow, man. And the same thing is all across this thing. The hands like that, like this, like this. I mean, you name it. And faded, it goes across, it goes vertical, and it goes horizontal. So that thing is self-modified, and it's amazing. These spherical deals that I've seen in the picture from Soho and from the space station and whatever, it's all the same. I mean, it's all the same. I mean, I know exactly that's what the symbol is that makes everything. It's based on a hand holding the cylinder, and it's repeated trillions and trillions and trillions, well, infinitely. Why? It's got to be a reminder that you break those laws, and you're fucked. You cut trees, you get desert. and desert you get death. Without trees there is no earth. Water and plants is the life of this planet. Everything is based on that. Plankton. It's a plant-based deal. Plankton is a weird shit. It's in between an animal and a plant. It's a tiny microscopic deal. And from that little thing, everything else depends on, because it's a chain, and we have been taking parts of the chain, boom, boom, boom. So the system has been collapsing in several parts. We're responsible for that. The second we discovered oil, we fucked up ourselves. We stopped looking for other means of power, and now we do, but it's in the hands of the military-industrial complex, and they're not going to let it go. They're not going to give it to them, because there's some asshole that need to hold power and control by using oil as a means for that. And that's another thing, the financial system creates destruction, criminality derived from that directly, all of it. Jealousy, I mean, I had you done, that shit right there create unhappiness, it creates criminality. Essentially, the second that you start thinking negative, doing something, you know, to other humans, directly or indirectly, that's the seed of destruction. And knowledge is another part. Because if you know that all this shit will happen because you have been taking parts of this and that, and then assholes sell, you know, kill animals to sell, it's a whole event. All of it. Human is a failed experiment. It's a failed race. See, 5 editions at least that I can think of. The Maya, the Sumerian, and all this. Well, really is, the Vedas. If you look around the most ancient civilization, they'll, most of them will tell you exactly the same exact thing in different ways. And another thing is the interpretation. But really, well, it's all, common sense. This financial shit that you have to work for money, that shit is disgusting. You really are a slave, a paid slave. We should be one race, one planet, not subdivided in countries. That way there will be no disputes over territory and bullshit, and that create all this. Then the financial part component artificially made to create discord and bullshit. You don't. Therefore, I'm unhappy, you go hungry. Or I got mansions and yachts and a fleet of Rolls Royce and shit. You don't. You got a shitty Honda Civic or Volkswagen or a bicycle. Poor as fuck. So there are countries that the bankers use all that shit to take over a country, a poor country full of ignorance. And the ones that know, they sell their soul for having shit like the other asshole they see on TV or when they went somewhere somehow. It's a failed experiment. It's a catastrophe, it's a tragedy, a human tragedy. And because of the human shit, the rest of the planet is paying for it. And of course the climate is not stable because we've been fucking it up. So these electromagnetic vehicles, they contribute to the shit too. They're doing that to accelerate the process of decay. They probably want to get rid of us because we really are hurting the entire system. And that's probably happening over and over long time ago. When they found a nuclear power plant in Oklo, Gabon that had inert uranium. You think about that. Who the hell can do that shit nowadays? Make uranium inert. You don't have that kind of technology, but apparently 3 billion years ago somebody did. And that's really kick ass. Somebody knew how to do that shit in a natural way or better way than we could ever imagine. Look at that sky ring, exactly like the one I just posted yesterday. Can't get over that shit. As soon as I saw the picture, wow. Yeah. In Cuzco, Peru. Mine was here in Louisiana, Alexandria. Cool.